Hello, hello, hello. Hello. It's Wednesday. Let me make sure I say that. It's Wednesday. Let me make sure I say that. Yes, it is Wednesday. And so I am here for it. And I hope you are too. So if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Myrrie Hayes. I am affectionately known as the group home queen. And so let me make sure I cut my, what do you call it? Let me make sure I put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I don't want to be disturbed. I'm being silly. But man, today was a good day. Today was a good day. I have no complaints. I'm so excited to see those of you who have chose to tune in with me on this wonderful Wednesday. And so, hey Derek, happy Wednesday. Hey Alanis, hey you guys. So we are coming up on the last day. Tomorrow will be the last, let me see, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow will be the last day of the first month of the second half of the year. And so man, I'm excited. I'm excited about what the new year, not the new year, but the end of the year is going to bring. So just to get it out and get it out the way so you guys will know, first and foremost, you guys know I am not just the group home queen, but I am also a speaker. I am also an author. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm all the things. And so let me just let you guys know about a couple of things starting out, a couple of places that I will be speaking the end of this year. Wow, it is. Man, it's the end of the year. So first of all, I will be in Tennessee September 19th and 20th. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee. I know Tennessee's big. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, speaking at the 3rd annual Hoots Brunch, which is the Homeowners of Tennessee Brunch. So I will be there September 19th and 20th. All right, so if you are in the Tennessee area, you need to be in the room. You need to be in the room so I can see some familiar faces and so I can feel at home in Nashville, Tennessee. That's September 19th and 20th. And then jump to October 4th. I will be speaking at the 9th annual Ultimate Entrepreneurship Seminar. That is going to be in Dallas, Texas. So we will be in Dallas, Texas, October 4th. Like I said, for the 9th annual, that's big. That's big. Y'all know I just spoke at the 10th annual Flipology conference in Atlanta. So this is the 9th. So she's coming up on that 10 years, but the 9th annual. And that is with none other than Charmaine. And so those are the two events that I will be doing to close out the year. No more events. No more after that. So just those two. And then, as you guys know, well, as some of you know, I don't know how much you guys have been tuning in. Hey, Tanya. And so, I had a busy day. I forgot. But anyway, that just me saying your name just brought it to my memory. So So I will be doing for the month of August, from August 2nd to August 31st. So 30 days, I will be doing the 30-day devotional challenge. And that is going to be online, so anybody can participate. That is going to be online. And so I had a few people because, okay, first let me look, because I don't think I saw any questions, because y'all know I always want to make sure that I'm answering your questions. I didn't see any questions in the comments. So if you have questions, make sure you go ahead and put them in the chat, because right now I'm not seeing, now I'm starting to see comments. Okay. Sometimes you got to flick it for some reason before you can see comments. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Alanis. Let me sing you happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No, I'm playing. But happy birthday, lady. Oh my gosh. Y'all know I'm going to bring it. So, like I said, I didn't see any comments in the chat. So I have been getting, y'all know I do consultation calls Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So we have back-to-back consultation calls. You're welcome, sweetheart. And people were asking, what is this thing you're doing? You know, what is this thing that I saw that you're doing? And so I wanted to kind of speak on that, since you guys didn't have any questions. If you have any questions, in the meantime, go ahead and throw it in the chat. But I'm going to speak on the devotional right now, because people wanted to know. I was able to fill in the people that I did a consultation with, but maybe there are some that, some of you that still are curious. And so what it is called is from consistency to clarity. Okay. The 30-day devotional challenge. And I didn't just call it a devotional. I called it a challenge because there's levels to it. This is holistic. So this is going to be something that is holistic, that covers mind, body, soul. And so some of y'all are showing up consistently. You're showing up, you're doing all the things, but you're still feeling kind of like you're in limbo, or you still don't have the clarity that you need. And so someone was telling me they felt spiritually dry. They felt like they needed a revival. And so I know everybody, isn't like a church member or go to church or whatever. And so in my meditation, in my quiet time, it's dropped in my spirit to do this. And so that is where this came from. And so if you're one of those people that need like a little bit of structure to get you back on track, it's okay. It happens. If you're that person that your mind is cluttered, you feel like you need to hone in, spend a little time with God, get yourself together. Let's take August and do this together. Because what people don't understand, that consistency without connection becomes empty. It makes you still feel like there's a void that's not connecting. And so connection without clarity leads to confusion. And so that's why a lot of people that I talk to are confused about what to do, confused about the next step, confused because that clarity is not there. And so, maybe that's why, I tell y'all, sometimes stuff gets downloaded into my spirit. And this was something I was going to do, And then I felt led, like my daughter said, she said, Mom, well, God knows you're a leader, you know, and sometimes it takes your children to talk to you. And I was like, but who's gonna go through this with me, you know? And she was like, well, people go through your business stuff with you and your mentorship. Why wouldn't they? And so I was like, okay, God. so yeah, sometimes it takes your children or your grandchildren to speak to you and to let you know that, you know, maybe you need to make a difference. Maybe you need to fill a gap where there is a gap. And so, yeah. So that's why this challenge was birthed, because I felt like me, not me alone, but me and people that I come in contact with, are not clearly hearing what God is saying. And I'm not saying like I'm an antenna to God or nothing like that. I'm just doing what I'm told to do. And so, but you need to hear him clearly. You need to hear this still small voice. You need to get over the fears and the doubts and all of that. And if we can come together, you know, because scripture tells us where 2 or 3 are gathered together in his name, he will be in the midst. And I feel like sometimes there's a lot of people out here that are out here by themselves. And so to connect with a group and all be on one accord, focusing on the same prayers every day, the same activities every day, will bring that clarity. And so I jotted down a couple of scriptures. And this is the thing, you know, because sometimes people be like, oh, I thought this was about group homes. Is this church? This is the thing. That's my foundation. And I can only give you what's in me to give. And so I'm either for you or I'm not. And you may not like everything that I put out or everything that I do or everything that I say. You know, it is what it is. But I got to be me. And I got to be true to myself. And I got to do what God tells me to do. So anyway, Proverbs 3:5-6. I don't like paraphrasing a lot, therefore I jotted it down. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your path straight. So this challenge is basically about submitting to God. You're going to submit to God, you know, your schedule, your thoughts, and connect with other people. So in hopes that God will realign your path. So if you feel like you went off the path, or if you know, gone astray, or whatever you want to call it, you feel like you don't have the focus that you need, then guess what? Coming together with other people on one accord, it may help, you know. And what would you be if you went through all this and at the end you didn't get what you felt like you needed? Would you be worse off or better? I feel like you will be better anyway. So it's not gonna hurt you to do this. You know, it's going to help you. And so Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. I always tell y'all that. Write the vision, make it plain. So you'll be journaling every day. Why? So you can write it down. You can make it plain. It gives you a chance for clarity, to reflect, to write it down, and so you can be more clear in your head. There's so many distractions out right now, you guys. There's so many distractions, and it's easy to go months and look up and you're like, dang, I haven't read a scripture, or I haven't meditated. When was the last time I did that? And then you kind of tie it to an event. That was around Valentine's Day, because me and my honey were going through something. Well, baby, it's August. So time can really fly by. So just taking the time to set aside, and it may build a habit. Y'all know what does it say? It takes 21 days to build a habit. This is 30 days. So it may build a habit. And then it's intentional. You're moving with intention. Okay? So 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace." There is so much peace in starting my day praying. You know, my normal day, is praying. I stretch. I do arm exercises because y'all know I'm still healing my shoulder up. So I do all the things. Then once I'm done with that, I go make coffee. I put on my cold mask for my face. I have a whole routine that I do every single day. I move with intention, So it takes a lot. I do my collagen. I do my protein in the morning. There's all these things that I do that is routine. Sometimes it takes being intentional. Sometimes it takes routine to get you back on track. And so I just think it helps with the confusion. It helps with fear. It helps with being overwhelmed or unsure. So these are the type of things that help. And you don't want to be confused because guess what? God is not the author of confusion. All good things come from God. So that peace, that joy, that tranquility that you'll get back by having a routine that you're going through will help you get your purpose back. And so it's necessary. I just feel like it's necessary right now. Everything is so loud. Like I said, there's so many distractions. And when you have direction, when you have routine, it's kind of like people that don't get out of their comfort zone because they're so used to something and they don't want to feel uncomfortable. Well, sometimes it takes getting in a routine so you can have something that you can control within your life. Because a lot of things are beyond your control. And so I know my routine has helped me regulate my mind. Just being a woman that's going through menopause. Y'all know I'm going through, look, y'all know I'm transparent. I'm going through, I'm at the back end of my divorce. And my partnership with my partner that I've been in partner with for 10 years has ended. So there's a lot going on the back end that you guys, people in my mentorship know, but you guys never see because my routine and my relationship keeps me to where someone else would be like, oh, my life is, my life is ending, God gives me peace. And I want you guys to have that same peace. And some of you may have it. Some of you just may want to participate just because, to be a part of a group. But that is why I feel like this was created. Because right now we're carrying so much. Women are carrying so much. Men are carrying so much. Business, families, healing. There's people going through, medical issues. There's a lot of women going through menopause, which can be a lot. Me being one. And yeah, ministry. I got Pastor Strickland on here. It can be a lot. It can be overwhelming when you're carrying not just your load, but you're carrying the load of others too, you know? And so there's so many people out there doing it without the space to breathe, the space to have peace. And so I just felt like, you know, why not take time to do this when the world keeps screaming to us, more, more, give us more, give us more. And God is saying, be still and listen to what I'm saying, you know? So yeah, so I feel like this is going to help you hear clearer. It's going to help those of you, some of you have lost your belief. It's going to help you believe again. It's going to help you do a lot of things. Yeah, out of peace. So yeah. I still don't see no questions in the chat, so I'm just going to keep going. So just know that this is August 2nd through the 31st. If you have not signed up, it's only a $1 commitment. That's it. Because that's what God gave me to do. It's a $1 commitment. We actually email you the book. It's like kind of like a devotional journal. I printed mine off. It's just a little booklet. At the end, I said I'm going to get people's comments or questions or whatever, and I'm gonna compile those, and then I'm gonna have it bound into an actual book. But for now, you can pull it up on your computer when it gets emailed out tomorrow, or you can print it off each day or print it off at once. It's your choice, but I just really feel like, because I know God wouldn't have gave it to me, and it might be one person that he's looking to touch, one person he's looking to connect with. It might be one. Whatever he uses me to do, I'm gonna do it. It may be one, it may be 100. I don't know. You know, it ain't for me to think about that. I just gotta be obedient. So I'm gonna read the introduction for those of you who want to hear it. And so, and if I cry, it's because this introduction came from me, so I'm feeling it. But it says, let me take a moment to tell you something real. I never imagined that the girl who once felt like she had to fight just to be seen, I told y'all I was gonna cry, would become the woman writing this devotional. An entrepreneur, a coach, a mentor, a mother on the edge of an empty nest, because y'all know my baby graduated this year and she starts college next month. A grandma full of fire, a woman with a testimony that didn't break her, it built her. I'm not perfect, I'm not polished, but I am present. And more than anything, I am committed. This journey you're about to start, it's not about being cute and consistent on Instagram. It's not about a trend. This is about real transformation. This is about a deep, holy reset in the middle of your busy, beautiful, sometimes broken life. See, I'm building businesses, mentoring clients, and still finding time to sip my coffee before the sun rises. But I know what happens when you try to pour from an empty cup. So I created this 30-day devotional for us. For the women who do too much for everybody else, and for the men that sometimes forget themselves, for the women who carry it all but are ready to carry what God gave them instead, for the woman reading this who is tired of being tired but hasn't given up. I created this journal to help you get clear spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Because without clarity, chaos will run the show. But with clarity, we move differently. We move with grace, we move with strategy, we move with power. This isn't just a journal, it's a reset, a revival, a reminder that you still have time and power inside of you. Each page is a place to pray, reflect, and realign. It's for your soul, not your schedule. It's designed to help you slow down just enough to hear God again. Let's take this journey together. Let's touch and agree that in these 30 days, God will do a new thing in us. That He will give us clarity, strength, and the power to bless others through our growth. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them. Matthew 18:20. So here's my invitation. Don't just read this, live it. Show up for you, let God show out. And let's do what I always say, be a blessing to someone else. And so that's the introduction of it. And then each day, it just goes through, starts with day 1. It gives you a scripture. It gives you a prayer on what to focus on based on the scripture. And just think about it. There's going to be people all over the world, because people have signed up all over the world, and they are going to be praying on, focusing on the same thing as you on this day. And so then it gives you a breakdown. It gives you your daily alignment check, which is going to be things that you need to do physically to stay in line. And then it gives you a reflection prompt to go over. And you can do that at the end of your day. I suggest doing it at the end of the day, or you can wake up and do it. It's whatever you want. And you write down your reflection. And so that's basically it for 30 days. You know, you're going to have all of that. You're going to get daily encouragement posts from me and other people. We do have an event on Facebook. And so if you're on Facebook, you can go on there. You can post your video, because there is a challenge part to it, right? The challenge is you do everything every day, and then you do your reflection. And at some point during the day, you post a 30-second to 1-minute video every day. So you do all the things, and then you post that 30-second to 1-minute video. And it could be you talking about your workout. It could be you talking about your reflection. It could be you talking about your prayer. It could be you talking about an answered prayer. Because sometimes God answers prayers like that. So it could be whatever you want it to be. But that 30-second to 1-minute video, post it within the event. Or, there are people that are like, I don't have Facebook, Myrrie. What should I do? Text it to me. Email it to me. Reply to the info@Myrrie Hayes email and send your video in. But if you do that every single day for 30 days, I will enter your name into a drawing, and whoever name is pulled will win $500. No questions asked. You can do whatever with it. You will receive $500 in cash. Not in cash, but Zelle or cash or something like that. But yeah, so that is going to be the challenge part in it. to keep moving forward. And so the 30-day devotional from consistency to clarity challenge. And so God is not playing with this season right now. You know, like I told y'all, this was a download to me, and I was just like, $1? For real, God? Nah. But it ain't about me. It ain't about me. God ain't playing, and I ain't playing either. Because I want to do what he wants me to do, and I want to be what he wants me to be. I'm just at that point in my life. And so it's just time. It's time to be focused. It's time to stop doing things without understanding why you're doing it. You know, asking everybody around you, should I do this? Should I do that? Instead of speaking to the source. It's time to stop. It's time to stop moving without clarity. God will give you clarity. And it's time to stop shrinking when God is trying to expand us. It's a lot of people fading into the background when God is trying to push you into the forefront, you know? And it's just, I was just raised, obedience is better than sacrifice. I know some of y'all like sacrificing. I'd rather be obedient. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start hearing clearly, then join us. Like I said, it is $1. $1. That's it. It's $1 to sign up. And I did that because y'all know I'm about commitment. And God knows I'm about people making a commitment. So even when I charge, you know, $29 or $49, really that's how much I'm paying to have stuff run smoothly, you know? But I know that I have to get people mentally to commit, because I told y'all before, when I was doing free consultations, 71% of the people did not show up for the free consultation. People pay me $250 an hour to talk. And that's on the lower end. I've gotten paid more than that for an hour. But on the low end, $250 an hour is what I get paid. And people would not show up to speak with me. And so after going through that and measuring it and seeing that 71% of the people weren't showing up, I said, okay, people got to commit, because that's when they show up. And so will you show up for you? Will you show up for you? That's the question that I want to ask. And so I still don't see any questions in here. So, so does anyone have anything? Anyone have any questions or anything? I see some of you guys are on here. Sing it, girl. Y'all know I'm a crybaby, so I could just cry anytime. But no, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited. Me, myself, I'm doing another challenge at the same time. So I'm going to be, August is going to be a big month for me. August is going to be a big month for me. And I'm talking about growth. I'm talking about working and growth. And so working on self. Okay? And so I don't see any questions. Does anybody have anything else? Because I'll go ahead and close it out. Y'all know I normally don't eat dinner on Wednesdays until after I speak with you guys, because I don't want my stomach to be full while I'm on here. So anything else? Yeah, so meet me for the 30-day from consistency to clarity challenge. Meet me inside during the month of August. Do not forget, you guys, that we will be changing platforms for the community, but you guys will receive an email before that actually happens. And so I just want you to be mindful that the community will be changing, and so you guys will receive an email before that happens. Okay, like I said, I'll go back through. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, September 19th and 20th. And I will be in Dallas, Texas, October 4th. And that should be it for the rest of the year. And so if you are in those areas, make sure you come on out and check me out. I believe I have provided links to everything within the community. And I think that's it, you guys. Hey, Shayla, thanks for showing up. Hey, John, thanks for showing up. All right, if we don't have any questions or anything, and just know, you guys, you don't have to wait for the lives to put questions. You can put questions within the community at any time. That's a part of being in the community. That's a part of it. And so you can post questions at any time or comments. And so I appreciate you guys for sharing this time with me on this wonderful Wednesday, the last Wednesday of July. And you're welcome, Shayla. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Good night.